right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a wonderful day. It is October 10th, 2025, and we have nothing in store. So I hope you're ready for another good day, but the catalyst vacuum still seems to exist. You got a couple of things from China. We got to hear a little bit about the BLS. They might be coming back to work on the CPI, but all in all, a lot of people were freaking out about momentum yesterday, but then the critical minerals, they kind of did their thing. So we're going to be on the lookout today to see how that all plays out. Are we going to get the one day like this, one day like that, and just do the inverse? We will find out. So other than that, though, it is a Friday. You got the Battlefield release. I don't know if y'all interested in that, but I think it's gonna be a good one. So Chattadonia, I hope you're ready for it. I hope you are locked and loaded. But good morning. How are you? How are you? Are you ready for a good day? Do you feel it? I feel y'all try to get in my way this morning, but it's still gonna be a good day, bro. Oh yeah, what's up, baby? How you doing? What's going on, Sean? Oh, Sully, Tyler, W, Mr. Edwards, Mr. Serbo, Ivy, Julia, Energy, Kurt McGirt, me not you, baby. Good morning. What up, Energy? PNC, Tim Whitman, no step on snack. TP, Ramsden, GG Liquidity, Sal, Illuminated, Anna, Dakota. Good morning, baby. What up, Mr. Avila? What up, Hunter? How you doing? Strong term, Joaquin, Ivan, Loma, Saul, Get Hard, Monica, Mr. Jordan, JG in the house, baby. Good morning. Oh, Mr. Walton, Mr. Farmer Jim, Princess, Jules, Daniel the Trader, the Forbes. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Fahar, G-Rot, Aman, Tanner. Oh, good morning. Good morning. What up, Locked In? So, yeah, and then I have something good for all of you. So the people who pay $50 a month, they don't know how to follow instructions. I'm not mad at any of you. Please don't apologize. Y'all, I got more mad at you for apologizing. You know, I don't think y'all understand, bro. I'm like, all right, bro, it's cool. And then he's like, no, Josh, let me tell you how bad I feel. No, Josh, let me tell you what I really thought. Josh, no, this is here. Let me break down my logic. Josh, here, bro, Josh, I didn't mean to, Josh. I don't care. My brother, go consult with the Lord. I said, Lord, forgive me for forgiving them and forgive them for trying to get forgiveness from me, dog. I don't even know what's happening. Yeah, you guys fucked up my email, but the Lord is good. Don't worry about it. But unfortunately, you're all going to get the info now because, yeah, you guys fucked it up. So here you go. Let me get you Josh AI, and if we have enough time, we'll get to all of it, baby. So good morning. Top overnight news. Washington. Senators discuss healthcare funding solutions to end the shutdown, considering temporary ACA subsidy extensions for lower-income families. Link. Shutdown impacts on air travel and services escalating with no deal in sight. Bloomberg. Senate passes defense policy bill during shutdown. Negotiations between the House and Senate are forthcoming. Politico. Tensions rise between the Trump administration and judges, risking the government's credibility in legal matters. Washington Post. Corporate. China's market regulator launches antitrust investigation into Qualcomm's acquisition of Autotalks. Bloomberg. SoftBank in talks with global banks for $5 billion loan with ARM shares as collateral as it looks to ramp up AI bets. Bloomberg. Microsoft's data center crunch to persist amid ongoing shortages of physical space and services. Bloomberg. Apple expands executives' roles ahead of COO Jeff Williams' departure. Eddie Q to oversee health teams. Bloomberg. China intensifies enforcement of controls on chip imports with stringent border checks targeting NVIDIA AI chips. FT. UK competition regulator instructs Google to reduce control over search, aiming to enhance market competition. FT. Retail pharmacies GoodRx talking with White House about joining the TrumpRx website. Reuters. DOJ opens inquiry into collapse of First Brands. FT.
China's ban on tech insights could make it harder to obtain information on its chip industry. Nikkei Economy, BLS recalls staff for preparation and release of September CPI report by end of October. Bloomberg, Americans increasingly defaulting on car payments with subprime auto loan delinquency rates reaching record highs. Link, Japan's economy grows 0.7% in August from July on travel-related spending. Nikkei, steady Japan wholesale inflation underlines persistence of cost pressures. Reuters, Japan's new PM Takaichi faces fiscal policy tightrope in economy revival. Nikkei, France's economy grows steadily despite political uncertainty. Reuters, Bloomberg, markets, global investors rotating out of U.S. amid rebalancing considerations, stretch valuations, dovish monetary policy overseas. FT, Reuters, investors shift from dollar, euro, and yen to Bitcoin and gold amid rising global uncertainty. Bloomberg, dollars rebound turning into pain trade for investors who went short. Bloomberg, investors diversify away from U.S. despite Wall Street rally, favoring Europe and EMFT. South Korea's tech giants soar. Bloomberg, China's semis draw attention to stretched valuations. Bloomberg, Japan finance minister repeats concern about excessive one-sided yen movements. Reuters, investors question China tech stocks' lofty valuations with little margin for error. Bloomberg, trade tariffs China to impose additional port fees on U.S.-owned or flagged vessels as a countermeasure to U.S. fees on Chinese ships. FT, following phone call with Trump, India PMI Modi touts good process made trade negotiations. Bloomberg, U.S. and Japan pledged to implement trade deal ahead of Trump's expected visit to Tokyo. Bloomberg, U.S. and Saudi Arabia making progress on chip export agreement. Deal could be finalized soon. Reuters, central bank's SF Fed's daily says labor market could become more worrisome if Fed doesn't manage that risk. Reuters, RBA Governor Bullock says economy in good spot with inflation inside band and labor market a little tight. Financial Review, Geopolitics, leaders from Israel and Hamas sign agreement for a ceasefire, return of hostages. Reuters, Trump assured Hamas he wouldn't allow Israel to breach the Gaza ceasefire during peace negotiations. Axios, France faces political turmoil as Macron scrambles to appoint a new PM. Politico,
Politico. Yes, there is more, my friends. There is more. There is something. And dude, the market is not closed on Monday. Columbus Day, it only is going to close the bonds. So I know we kept hearing that, and I was like, Columbus Day? But yeah, it's not closed. So the market will be open. The bond market will be closed on Monday. So yeah, no, you're actually gonna be good. Yeah, baby, you will be good. But S&P futures, they're up by 0.1 Friday morning. Follows stocks closing down on Thursday, pairing Wednesday's record highs. S&P and Nasdaq still holding on to week-to-date gains. Treasuries firmer with the curve flattening. Yields down 5 basis points at the long end. Dollars down by 0.2, but remains on track for a strong weekly gain. Gold is up by 0.8 after Thursday's 2.5% drop. Bitcoin up by 0.5. WTI is down by 1.5. Market setting up for another catalyst-light session. Government shutdown continuing with still little signs of near-term resolution, nor federal paychecks to be skipped again today, with some eyes on the 1.4 million defense military checks that'll be missed on October 15th. That said, report of BLS employees have been called back to work on September report may help assuage worries about data vacuum. U.S.-China trade tensions ratcheting up after Beijing said it'll begin levying fees on U.S. cargo ships while docking at its ports. Customs inspectors watching NVIDIA chip imports, and reports of antitrust investigation into Qualcomm. Comes ahead of expected Trump-Xi meeting later this month at APEC conference in South Korea. Otherwise, focus remains on broad strokes of bull-bear debate. AI remains the big pillar, though increasing skeptical voices about circularity in the eyes ahead. The official start of Q3 earnings season next week. Consensus looking for S&P growth of about 8% on earnings. Big economic event will be the flash read of UMISH sentiment. Street looking for 54 after last month's 55.1. Also brings consumer inflation expectations, which tick somewhat higher in the New York survey. busy day at Fed speak, including Waller, who said Fed needs to be cautious on cuts. Atlanta Bostic said gap between his words on hotter inflation, weaker labor market is narrowing. Daly said inflation has risen more than feared. Goolsby and Musalim also speaking this morning. Besant has reportedly narrowed Fed chair search to 5, including Waller, Bowman, Hassett, Warsh, and Ryder. More focus ahead to next week. In addition to Q3, investors will be watching Fed speak, including Powell's speech at NAAB on Tuesday, Governor Moran Wednesday, Thursday, and Waller on Thursday. Unclear what data may be on the calendar. CPI was scheduled for the 15th, but Fed's latest beige book to be released on Wednesday. Light in terms of corporate news, big story is Chinese regulators opening a probe into Qualcomm. I'm glad that said that, because the other headline was talking about Qualcomm and antitrust, but there was something on Qualcomm in China, so I'm glad it made it there. That was on my document if it didn't. Acquisition of Autotalks announced in June. Financial Times reported China having its custom officers perform stringent checks to block imports of NVIDIA chips. UK competition regulator taking further action on Google over search concerns. Reports Comcast could be a bidder for WBD. Lennar looking to exchange stake in spinoff of MRP for Lennar shares. MOS preliminary Q3 volumes underwhelm. Levi Q3 results generally ahead. Raise full year guide. And APLD big gainer on report with analysts of positive leasing trajectory and potential new hyperscale customer. Okay, we have more. There is more, my friends. There is more. Oh, yeah. So Iran up 6/6. Rocket Lab 5/8 secures launch with Japan Aerospace. Lennar 4/4 exchange offer for Milrose. MRVL up by 3/4. Oppenheimer mentions positively. AMCR is up by 3/1. Steven Scherger appoints CFO. Affirms Q1 outlook and full year 26. WBD 1/4 Comcast could emerge as bidder. Stellantis 1/2 reports Q3 shipment volume 1/3 versus year ago of 1/1. APLD up 28 off earnings. ESTC 11/9 acquisition 500 million repurchase and guidance form 5/2 B Riley upgrade. SOC 3/6 update development production plant for Santa Ynez unit. NCNO up 3/1 William Blair upgrade. CRISPR 2/3 new preclinical data for novel syntase gene editing platform for AATD. Mankind up 1/8 Leering Partners resumes outperform. Oscar 1/8 CMS publishes star rating tables. Kolb up 1/7 Keith Bruyette upgrade. KRMN up 1/7 Truist buy. GWH up 145 new 50 megawatt long duration energy storage. SWKH up 23 runway finance to acquire for $220 million in cash. TE 16.2 acquires majority stake in Talon. Cat X up 6.2 BTIG buy. That was the one from the document yesterday. You got it if you watched the watch list as well. AISP G.Sermal up by 15. What the fuck? UAMI up 9. USAR up 9. NB, they need to put WWR on there. Nuclear trading higher, Bitcoin higher, gold and silver higher, VG trading lower by 18. International Court of Arbitration ruling, funding breached its obligations. MOS down 8.6, preliminary Q3 volume. Docs down 4.2, JP Morgan downgrade. VIC down 2.9, Mizuho initiates underperform. Baidu down 2.4 off a upgrade. Chewy down 1.8, 13 million block being shopped. Katos down 1.5, Humana down 1.3, CMS ratings. Qualcomm down 1.1, China's Sammer investigation. Sepin down 13, Serve down 9, registered offering. Levi down 7 off earnings. Clove down 3.7, comments on star ratings and guidance. ALH down 2.9, recent IPO. GPK CFO resigns. Tilray down 2.5, equity distribution. MRP Lennar news. DYN down 1.9, Oppenheimer downgrade. VNRX down 15 on common stock offering. And kids down 11 off guidance. Wow. Amen. So, that being said, I have a document for you. So, we're going to see it too. So, I had it for everybody. I mean, I could not give it to everybody if you'd like, but I do think you guys want it. That's why you all broke the rules for it. So, I would, even if I took it to a vote, every 80% of the people that broke the rules would vote for it. So, I don't know. I mean, and if you wanted, you would have had an advantage because you would have been in that minority that would have had the info. So now, just like everything, if I do put it out here, it is going to dilute it a little bit. So what do you guys want? Do you want the document or not? It's up to you. I could give it to everybody. I am not trying to hide anything. I am trying to organize things. So like I'm saying, today's organization didn't really work with how you guys went about it. So do you all want it? Of course. So yeah, there you go. But now I don't know if it will serve you in the same way, but you are going to get a little bit out of it. So actually here, can I do it on a watch list format? I might be able to. I think I have too many. Yeah, it's not going. All right, we'll just put it up here. So yeah, Oracle AI event. That's going to be the big one. Remember we were debating that yesterday. I got that confirmed on one of the calendars. So I don't have the time for it, but essentially that's going to either front run prior to it or just do whatever. Here are all of your calendar meetings today. Most of them are biotechs. SLDB has an event at 8 a.m. MSCL has an event at 9:45. RVPH meeting at 11. ALTS is up at 1 p.m. Space stocks, I think they're going to have a harvest day or a pump day. There was a lot going on there, even if you noticed everything else. GWH, they had news, but how many of you guys remember this from 10 years ago? Maybe you don't. You're young. But yeah, this used to be like one of the most epic pumps ever. I don't know if you guys remember it. So it made me think a little bit just when they started moving. You know what I'm saying? It literally just started going nuts, if you really think about it. Again, and that always brings back memories, but if we get into a bubble, the old bubble ones might be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why even kind of Baozun, but Baozun was tied to China and they all kind of haven't done anything yet. They all went down. So watch out for that. Humana, like I'm saying, star ratings. This was before I had the report there. They are coming out, but the future catalyst will be anybody who doesn't have it yet. And last time we heard about it was slow. So I'd watch these healthcares. I'd watch Humana. I'd watch Oscar. If they're not moving, I don't think they're moving a lot right now. That's what I'm saying. If it's like less than 1%, dude. Yeah, look, okay, 1.6 is pretty big. But I'm saying if it opens up and you're like not moving, that might be something to watch for the continuation. So like I'm saying, and then you might even get a future catalyst from anybody else who is going to report anything or if any of that Medicare data. So watch out for that. The MRP Lennar, that one's just weird. Like I'm saying, Lennar's benefiting, MRP's down. So you might have an arbitrage there. This one's not my favorite one, but we'll see. And then Chewy, that one got covered. I had the news of the block being shot before it hit, but now that's widely disclosed. This one, no one talked about this one. Fun insider changes. So this was like old buyout speculation with Six Flags, but they just put in somebody new. Oh, there's one more update with it, but that's all happening today, so watch out for that. And then Target, what the fuck is Bu? New credit agreement. I think they did a $1 billion line. Again, that one's not going to hit your major news, but again, that is some financing activity occurring at this stock that's been beaten down. So we'll see for that, and they have earnings coming up. Watch the wheat stocks. Again, priority still low. I saw a couple headlines. That's what I'm saying, and then Tilray, but remember, we're still looking for that policy. You could front run Domino's or GIS for earnings next Tuesday. That's something you should be thinking about here into Friday. Qualcomm, again, that's why they weren't reporting on it. It seemed minor when I wrote this down, and I think it is. But watch out for that. Then the China ports, we already have something that goes both ways. And then this one, no one really talked about it, but there was a Google case. I mean, they're bundling it with the, they're saying it's like the UK stuff, but I do think there's a little bit more in terms of advertising. So if you hear a headline today, that's what I'm trying. This is what you got to look for. This headline, it doesn't really mean anything. But later in the day, if you start to get like an advertising headline on Google search, you should be ready to react. And then SoftBank loan by $5 billion secured by ARM. There's something that happened today with it. Nobody talked about that one. And then CRM is buying a small company. Again, that didn't make it to your major list. So like I'm saying, most of this stuff all of you are getting. I'm just working in the morning and I pick up on these little things, and sometimes it does not make it into the, the worldly news that is most widely circulated. But if you're seeing here, you've seen some of the plays and all that, you could think ahead and prepare. So that's your document. I had it for some of you, but given the way it went. And now as a result today, please do not email me on Monday, because I cannot guarantee I will have another document for you. So I'll probably have something else for you, and we'll talk about it. But when it does come out, I will give you rules to follow to get there. But other than that, I think it was good. And then where was it? El Coyote sent me a good one too, bro. I like that, El Coyote. So here, and that's what I'm talking about, because as I'm sending info this morning, one of the beautiful Chads is like, I'm going to send you some info back. I said, what? That's fucking crazy. So I'm like, I'm down. So yeah, he's saying there's a circulation of to OpenAI's top 30 customers. I like this. That's what I'm saying. So El Coyote got me this in the morning. I think it's from Benzinga or somewhere. But regardless of wherever it came from, if this is legitimate, you're gonna have. Let me save it so we could zoom in. What's happening to oil? That's like the 5th person who said something. So let's see. Woo! Down 3. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you did just get a deal with Hamas, and you low-key kind of ended a war. But other than that, I don't like it, but I do. That doesn't scare me at all. Because in this scenario, I think we could survive. We're going to thrive with low oil. Traditionally, low oil is just telling you that fucking demand is falling off a cliff. But I think you want that to happen with all of the spending that's happening next year. If you have cheap oil, I think that's going to really fight against inflation. So, yeah. But other than that, those top 30 companies, what do you say? APLD post earnings. Again, their earnings were good. And people are pretty much hyping up the hyperscaler. You got the ARM. He had the ARM SoftBank collateral. And then RKLB, he has it in there. I just think all of them are going to pump, if you think about it. One of those harvest days. So I don't know if you should plant, but then again, if you want to charge on ahead, be my guest. And then, yeah, CRISPR, gene editing, we saw a little bit of there. So I love it, baby. Everything is in Eastern time frame. Yes, 100%. We're on the stock market, so I would just assume everything is Eastern. But other than that, Chatadonia, are you ready? Are you ready? I am. It's going to be a beautiful day, bro. Please. I'm not begging you or asking you for anything. I want you to look inside of yourself and believe the truth. And the truth is, you could make it an amazing day. So use it, bro. Oh, Chatadonia. I hope you're ready, man. It's going to be a good morning. I think you're already around a bunch of good people. You've already had a lot of good opportunities, but oh man, what is all of that without freedom? Yes, in many ways. I love freedom. I advocate freedom in every single way, shape, and form, brother. But man, it's so easy to misunderstand it. And that's why I do think the veterans, I think you guys have been misunderstood for what y'all really do day in and day out. I think even the people who support the veterans, it's easy for others to misunderstand it. Hey, why are you doing it? What did they do for us? Are you a Christian nationalist? No, like I said, freedoms, it's easy to misunderstand. But all I know, man, is if anybody's willing to go do what I didn't want to do and was willing to die for me so I could just enjoy what I have, are you kidding? Even if I don't know enough, I may be a fool, but I know that is that's something very honorable. So veterans, everybody who has served, man, the freedom that we have today is really in part by your contribution. So I want to thank you, but beyond just giving you a thank you, I really do hope that you are inspired and given the tools to go and own the land, as well as all of the good equities, which without you, I think the value would be a lot different. I think a lot of things would be different. So it is your time. You've already served this country, and I do think you guys and your discipline, saying no to civilian life, that came with sacrifice, but that also came with skill, and that also came with a lot of things that I think can serve you well in this financial world. So if anybody should get it, baby, it should be you. And at the very least, thank you for everything. And all of y'all who don't serve, man, I don't know, man. It's up to you. Even following rules is a difficult concept, but I hope you realize it, and I hope you see it, and I hope you use your voice, because, again, a lot of this would be futile without the freedom that we have today. So I honor it, I love it, and I'm so grateful. And veterans, the families, all of y'all who made your sacrifice, thank you, and God bless you. And big shout out to everybody else that giving out back to their local communities: doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men. God bless you and thank you. But ladies and gentlemen, please rise up. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Son of the Dutch! Oh, it's game time, baby. Oh, nah, let's go. Oh, Chadadonia. It's gonna be an amazing day. I hope you feel it. You don't even need to feel it. Feelings are deceptive. You know, you could code your mind to it, dog. Why don't you just put in the program, dog? Just program your mind right now. They don't feel me, dog. They don't feel me. I'm the cuckoo one. I'm about to find me 1,000%er though. You know what I'm saying? God bless America. We got to move on over. So Chad, let's get it. And God bless you. If it doesn't take you to the video, then you'll have to find it, and that's word to seek and ye shall find. But other than that, let's have a good day, man. And if you're not feeling it, I would encourage you to just go back to bed and chill out, man, and make the most of it. And I think you'll be fine. So other than that, baby, it's time to move on over. So I'll post the link, and I will see you there. Is it there? Yeah, all right. Peace.